Color has always fascinated me. How something so simple, a vibration of light, can hold so much feeling. In today's video, I'm continuing the process of this artwork. The background you see here was created earlier using inks and stencils. If you would like to watch how that layer came to life, the link is on the screen. All the materials I use are listed in the description with affiliate links in case you want to explore them yourself. And if you would like to go deeper, to draw, to slow down, to reconnect, you can visit my website. You will find free resources there and downloadable prints of my work, as small reminders to pause and breathe color back into your day. For me, this isn't just doodling. It's a kind of meditation, a quiet dialogue between chaos and stillness. When I draw, I'm not trying to control the image. I'm trying to listen to it. Each line, each color feels like thought revealing itself for the first time. So as you watch this piece unfold, I invite you to slow down with me, to notice how color behaves, how it spreads, resists, and finally settles. Because somewhere in that process between control and surrender, you might recognize a part of yourself, the part that's still learning to simply let things be. Every color begins as light, a silent wave traveling through darkness. It has no meaning, no feeling until it meets the human eye. And somehow, in that tiny spark between physics and perception, light becomes emotion. Inside your eyes, cells shaped like small lanterns, the cones, catch these invisible frequencies and whisper them to the brain. But they don't go to reason, they go straight to the limbic system, the home of memory, instinct, and feeling. That's why we don't think about color, we feel it before thought arrives. Red quickens the pulse, blue slows the breath, green reminds the body to soften. And it's not imagination, it's biology. Color speaks to us in the oldest language we know, the language of sensation. And yet it's more than that. Color carries story, culture, memory, everything that makes perception human. To someone raised by the sea, blue feels like home. To another, it's longing. White is innocent in one place and mourning in another. Red can mean love or danger or power, depends on who you really ask and what you've lived through. So when we talk about color, we're really talking about ourselves. The way we remember, the way we hurt, the way we hope. Because color isn't simply what we see, it's what we are seeing with. It's emotion made visible, it's memory wearing light. And maybe that's why when you find a color that truly speaks to you, it feels less like a choice and more like a reunion. Artists have always understood something that science is still trying to name. That color isn't just what the eye perceives, but what the soul remembers. When Van Gogh painted yellow, he wasn't chasing sunlight, he was reaching for warmth, for hope, that trembling kind of hope that flickers even when the world feels cold. Kandinsky once wrote that blue was the sound of a cello and yellow a trumpet blast. He believed colors were instruments playing on the strings of human spirit. To him, art was not a picture, it was a symphony of emotion. And maybe that's what all true art is, the attempt to turn what we feel into something that can be seen. When I create, I don't decide on colors, I let them decide on me. Sometimes it's instinct, a quiet pull toward a certain shade, like a voice calling from somewhere I can't even name. Only later I do realize what that color was trying to tell me, like the blue that feels like forgiveness, a sharp red that means I'm still alive, a pale green that whispers, breathe. This is why intuitive art feels sacred to me. It bypasses intellect and speaks directly to whatever part of us still remembers how to listen without words. Because color is honest, it never hides how it feels. And when you create from that place, when you stop trying to control and start allowing, the colors begin to paint you back. But color isn't always kind. It can soothe, but it can also unsettle. It can comfort you one day and confront you the next. Every hue has its shadow. Red is warmth and love until it becomes anger. Blue is calm until it slips into loneliness. Yellow is joy, but in excess it becomes noise, too bright, too loud, like sunlight that refuses to fade. Psychologists call it chromatic fatigue, when the senses grow tired of constant stimulation. But artists know this without the research. We feel it when a painting starts shouting back, when harmony turns into chaos, and when beauty becomes overwhelming. In one study, rooms painted entirely in red made people restless. Their hearts raced, their focus scattered. Color doesn't just surround us, it enters us. It rewires emotion from the inside out. But this isn't something to fear, it's something to understand. Because without darkness, light loses its meaning. Without tension, calm feels hollow. A single gray stroke can make yellow sing louder. A shadow can turn an ordinary highlight into revelation. Even sorrow deepens the presence of joy, just as silence gives shape to sound. Art teaches us this balance, that beauty isn't always soft and harmony isn't the absence of conflict. It's the conversation between them. So when color feels heavy or sharp, I try not to fight it. I listen, because even in discomfort, there is truth trying to be seen. Every color carries a pulse, a vibration that hums quietly beneath awareness. Even when we don't notice it, it shapes how we feel, how we breathe, how we move through the world. Science calls it chromotherapy. But long before the term existed, people already understood its rhythm. Ancient Egyptians bathed in colored light to balance the spirit. In India, color was tied to energy, chakras, frequencies, and spectrum of life itself. Modern studies now echo what they intuited. Blue light can slow the heartbeat, green can ease the nervous system, and yellow can awaken dopamine, that spark of energy we call joy. At the University of British Columbia, researchers found that red sharpens focus and attention, while blue expands creativity and imagination. Two colors, two ways of thinking. It's as if mind itself paints its tones, but I think the real healing begins not when we study color, but when we surrender to it. When I paint, I don't ask color to fix me. I just let it speak. Sometimes yellow arrives when I need courage. Sometimes blue finds me when words can't. And green always reminds me to rest. The healing isn't in the pigment. It's in the presence, in the way we slow down enough to watch the ink spread, to see water become sky, to let light move through us without trying to control it. Color brings us back to the body. It makes emotion visible so we can finally hold it instead of hiding it. Maybe that's why we create, not to escape life, but to meet it again, gently, through color. The more I paint, the more I realize that color isn't just around us, it's within us. Every shade tells a story about being alive. Like in this picture, red, the heartbeat, the reminder that we're still here. Orange, the warmth of curiosity, the courage to begin again. Purple, the space between thought and dream. And black, silence that makes every other color visible. Each one of them speaks in a language older than words. Sometimes color comforts us, sometimes it confronts us, but it always tells the truth. When I paint, I see how life works the same way. We are made of contrast, light and dark, joy and fear, chaos and calm. One cannot exist without the other, and maybe that's the secret, to stop running from the darker tones of life and instead learn how to blend them. Because black doesn't erase color, it gives it depth. And the mistakes, the poses, the quiet days, they do the same for us. So as you watch these colors move and mix, try to notice your own. The ones that live quietly beneath your thoughts. The ones you hide when the world gets too bright. Even when everything feels grey, color is still there, waiting for you to slow down enough to see it again. Maybe that's what art is, a reminder that life was always meant to be seen, not rushed through. And when you really start to see it, you realize you were never painting on paper, you were painting your own reflection, learning how to see yourself in every color of the world. If this video made you pause for a moment to notice the colors around you or the ones inside you, then it's already done what it was meant to do. So if you want to explore this feeling deeper, you'll find links below to the materials I used, to free downloads of my artwork, and to my website where creativity and stillness live side by side. And if you would like to walk this path with me, to learn, to slow down, to see again, you can subscribe so we can keep painting this journey together. Until next time, take a breath, look closer, and remember, the world is still full of color, waiting for you to see it.